Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. And the question for today is, why are most recruiters unhelpful and tend to ignore, or let me take it from the top. Why are most recruiters unhelpful and tend to constantly ignore emails from applicants in the interview process? From my experience, recruiters always say something along the lines of, don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. But 90% of the time, it's not something they want to know from. It's only when they want to know something from you, like your availability for interviews, that you'll hear from them. Otherwise, they'll just ignore your question or email. Now, you have to understand the job of a recruiter. So I always start off with this basic point. How much are you paying them? Probably nothing. How much is an employer paying them? The employer is paying their fee. And thus, they are being paid to find people who fit a job requirement and are qualified to do what an employer wants to have done. Period. Everything else is window dressing. So the fact that you have questions, well, they're not paid to answer questions. Coaches are. And as a result, you have this mistaken notion that they're working for you or that you're working together to find you a job. And that could be furthest from the case. Those kind of phrases like, don't hesitate to reach out, are part of the seduction that recruiters use to help build relationship. And the relationship is designed to engender trust by you, which obviously isn't occurring here, but that is the theory behind it. Engender a relationship which fosters trust, so at the time that the offer comes from the employer, you are less resistant to their closing techniques. Notice the air quotes there. Their closing techniques that will cause them to earn a fee. So they're not there to answer your questions. They are not social workers. They are not counselors. They are there to recruit talent and fill positions and coincidentally make you happy. Now, before you start replying and saying, well, without me, they don't get their fee, that is absolutely right. But there's a lot more of you than there are of employers willing to pay the fee. So recruiters always believe that they can get a replacement person because they've proven it time and time again. You, on the other hand, want that one job. And as a result, recruiters are not particularly responsive if their client isn't asking to meet with you. If you're going to take that information and use it to get a different job than the one that they're representing, like, why would they help you? Their job is to deliver you to their client, not help you get a job. So the confusion in the question comes from the mistaken notion that they should be responsive to you. That's not their job. A recruiter is there to fill positions with companies and coincidentally coach you into getting that job with their client. Period. And in doing so, earn a fee from that employer. So hope you understand this. If you have any questions, drop me a note. You can do it on Facebook at nobscoachingadvice.com. You could search for that. I'm sorry. Let me do that more accurately. Facebook.com, go to the page No BS Coaching Advice, or search for Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. Not my personal page, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. Drop me a note there. Be happy to help you. Have a great day. Take care.